And my microphone wasn't even on. I hit my own glasses and my microphone wasn't even on. Oh, man. Oh, man. We call that starting a stream with style, baby. Look it up. Oh, man. You know, last weekend I was at a wedding. I was a groomsman at a wedding. It's whatever, I guess. And then when it was all said and done, we were all sort of dancing, you know. It was mainly by that point sort of the people that were super invested in the celebrations, and the youngins as well. All of the adults had work they couldn't get out of the following day because it was a Sunday, so they went ahead and they went home. So all of us youngins, how do you do, fellow kids? We stayed up tearing it up on the dance floor. And I thought, listen, I'll be the first to admit, I am not the best dancer out there. I've never taken an interest in dancing. Lord knows I have the white boy uncoordination genes, whatever those are. I've got them. I do not feel at ease moving with the music. But you get a few gin and tonics inside of me, a few grapefruit palomas inside of me. Yeah, dude. I can start swimming along, you know. I can start kind of getting into it, like, you know, doing it like that. I mean, a little better than that, to be fair, you know. I'm getting the hips involved if I'm standing up. In any case, one of these bridesmaids walks up to me and she goes, "Do you dance often?" Dude, I sobered up like that. I could have driven the fucking Indy 500 after that one comment, dude. What do you mean? What do you mean, do I dance often? What do you mean, do I dance often? Oh, shit, dude. Oh, shit, dude. In any case, we gotta pick up where we left off yesterday. Yesterday I had to take a bit of a shorter one because I had to go back to the lab, and guess what? I needn't have done it because someone else already did the work and didn't say anything about it. So then I went in and then I went back home, and that was the extent of my trip to the lab. Eventful trip to lab. So we're finishing up Turnabout Academy. It's day 2 trial. And I have it on good-ish authority from, you know, a throwaway comment from a viewer once upon a time, by which I mean, you know, like a month ago maybe. They said there's not really any more 3-day trials in Ace Attorney. Like 1-5 is kind of the last time they did that. It's mainly 2-day trials. So I'm assuming this trial is going to be the last. As a quick refresher, yes, this professor at this legal academy, which I forget what it's called. These two are professors. This one is the victim. She is dead. She was killed by having this owl stabbed into her and then replaced with an arrow to make it seem like she had been shot. I guess we don't have the crime scene photo anymore? I guess we don't. I guess the crime scene photo is no longer relevant evidence to this case, which tells you just how fucking out in the woods we are for this right now. In any case, the way that she died very tightly followed a script that one of the judge students had written for a mock trial at this legal academy. It comes to light that these are the 3 students that were involved. She is on the judge course. She wrote the script. She is friends with this guy and this girl. She is in the prosecutor course. He is in the defense course. It came out that these two, despite being super good friends, super tight fellas, super good chums, she was sort of a snitch reporting whatever misdeeds students were doing to this Professor Constance Court, who takes freaking truthfulness in it, you know, the pursuit of the truth and good means to good ends, etc. Is this, whereas he embodies the other line of thinking in this messed up dog-eat-dog world that we live in, the dark age of the law, that is, achieve a not guilty verdict by any means necessary if you're a defense attorney, achieve a guilty verdict by any means necessary if you're a prosecutor, etc., etc. Because it's like, well, the prosecutors bring up false, trumped-up charges, so the defense attorneys use falsified evidence to conflict, to battle them, and that's just the status quo as it is, the dark age of the law. And it comes out that she, as a snitch, had found out that this guy, who is like the genius, always gets 100% ideal guy in the class, in the academy even, was cheating his way through school by buying good grades. And there's this little scrap here, October Hugh 120, which we're taking to assume he or his parents most likely paid 120,000, 120 large ones, to get him some good grades. And this sort of paper, this relief in the background, matches this relief in the background of the planner of the victim, who was part of the who was the professor, and who was this one, who, it's a little weird because she's all about veracity and so on and so forth. My current working theory is that these kind of planners are just giving to all faculty, and it's in fact this professor who is the one that is selling the grades. And so she probably, well, she definitely confronted him about it, and she told us right before this trial started that she remembers seeing him with bloodied hands, and it was very spooky. There was an animation about it. You can go check it out. It's on the VODs. It really made me fill my diabetes. The fuck am I saying? Any case, yeah. We have a few things unexplained, such as the statues that were on the stage, which you can't quite see the stage as it is meant to be, but these are the statues. This one is fully built. This one's in the process of being built. This was 6 p.m. the day before the murder. Right before we discovered the body, both of the statues shattered. One of the banners that was supposed to be behind the stage went missing and was then recovered after someone attempted to burn it. The other banner was kind of off to the side, and it's between the stage and the art room, which is where the murder actually happened. The body was found on the stage at the bottom. It has a trace amount of blood on it. So yeah, there's other relevance, there's other evidence that might become relevant as the case goes on, but this is the Cliff Notes. Hey Polly, was I able to sleep last night? Like a baby. What about you? Huh? Oh, sleep. Sure, I slept. Slept for a grand total of 0 hours is not slept. Look like you're ready to put on a real show. Are you coming to help? You're a prosecutor, my guy. Gavin has been helping out. And honestly, Gavin was always kind of a G. Even when he was the prosecutor, even early on, he was always kind of a G. Get it? But also for real, he was. Or you do. I have a good luck gift for you. Evidence. Okay. The voice in the mock trial video and the tape recording are one and the same. Okay. That's evidence. That's come up. This, someone recorded the one that people are thinking did it, saying, "You're a goner," in a tape that was placed in a tape recorder in the art studio by a student that was trying to snoop on people. And so that's sort of the main basis for the prosecution's case, that she said, "You're a goner," in the art room where the crime happened, right before the crime happened. And now we know for a fact that that was falsified out of a recording of what she said during the mock trial. So it's fully fake. Yeah. current working theory, I think I already kind of mentioned it, but it's that this professor, who was the one taking bribes to give students good grades, killed this professor because she confronted him about it. But that doesn't quite match why she would have seen him with bloody hands, unless he killed her in a way where he was in the room, and so he tried to help her out, but she just bled out in front of him type thing, and he was trying to staunch the bleeding or something. I don't know. Thump? Who thumping? Who tub thumping up in here? No. Got a quick look, but they got away. Might have been Hugh. Sure he wasn't the only one just now. I bet Robin and Box Girl were listening in too. Okay. Time for a mini Chords of Steel workout. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine. I'm Athena Sykes. We're bringing her into the fold. We'll make your chords steely yet. All rise. Dude, I don't know how it happened, but over the wedding weekend, I lost like 3 pounds. Must be because all of the tearing up I was doing it on the dance floor. All the sick moves, all the dancing around like a madman. For the trial of Juniper Wodoos. The Sykes Brigade is totally psyched. I mean, the defense is ready, Your Honor. No, Sykes Brigade is totally psyched is good. Isn't that right? He's just taking over for the prosecutor. Well, moving right along. Yesterday's adjournment was unexpected, yet necessary, because all 3 confessed at the same time. So, like, they were covering for each other. Even though I'm pretty sure neither of them did it. No, I mean, not even neither. None of them. Not one. Neither? Not a single one? We're running a tight ship here today, so no funny business from anybody. Robin Newman and Hugh O'Connor have recanted their confessions. Oh wow, already. If you charge them with perjury, they still cannot graduate. It's like kind of the thing where like if you have any conviction, no matter how small, you can't graduate from the academy. But it's better than murder, but any conviction, even for perjury, means they can't graduate. So I don't know why these guys think they can come up here and lie on my stand. That evidence is no longer relevant. The art room clock runs fast, cannot function as an accurate measure of time. It's not, no, it can, but it can function as an accurate measure of time if we know how fast it is. The accused is the sole person who could have moved the body from the art room to stage. I mean, to prove it here this day. Okay, he's actually doing his own opening statements now, though. Good growth, good growth. Yeah, this is the art room. Bloodstain, which is outlined in this churro over here. Blood was also found on some of the pottery next to the window over the maintenance area. Body was carried over to that very window. I don't believe that's how it went down, actually. That too was per the script. The high jump mat was employed to cushion the fall. Have we checked if there is blood on the high jump mat? The same exact body moving scheme as the script. Exactly. If it's the exact same, why would our client use it? Because she was supposed to be the only one that knew about the script. Yeah.
Objection!
Not anyone. Nope, not anyone knew about the script. Except, supposedly the professor made a copy of some important relevant details, so she didn't have to reference the only copy of the script every time. Which other people could have seen. Which invalidates that argument. Prosecution has a witness, which is most unfortunate. Who the heck? You? Again. This motherfucker. He's so annoying. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Hugh O'Connor. I'm a senior at Themis Legal Academy, and I'm studying to be a lawyer. Yesterday, I told that lawyer there I would testify to the truth. Okay. Testify to the truth. What do you mean the court appreciates it? What, so you weren't testifying to the truth yesterday, motherfucker? Perjury. Contempt of court. Bailiff Wackus Pee-Pee. Lecture hall was packed before the mock trial, but the rest of the campus was empty. Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. I don't know about that. We did look behind the stage and saw some vague mud tracks, I want to believe. I don't know if we have evidence to that fact. No. Between the stage and the maintenance area. She was heading toward me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area. But I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. Okay, we're gonna have to press because none of it... I mean, it's all fucking lies. Which is why it's a kind of difficult to press on anything. Because he's just... Yeah. And setting up the stage, a mat was brought over to the stage from the storehouse. Hey yo! Our client is the student council president. She is. Do not! Do not! Bam! Bam! I'll kill you. I kill you.
Objection!
Oh, there's plenty wrong. Okay. Illuminate. Illuminate. God, he's such a little shit. I got a little scared when you said that. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a fall from such lofty heights. Was there blood on the mat? Never played. Well, we are on game 7 out of 10 total. So you're kind of hopping in a little along this ride. The mat in question was indispensable to moving the body. Nuh-uh. There's another mechanism. Is the track marks were the mat? Okay. So in fact, it could have been that the mat was moved. Was where the body is assumed to have been dropped. Be hard to deny a possible link to this case. Yeah, I'm okay. This is all fucking irrelevant because that's not how the body was moved. I don't know exactly how it was moved, but I know it involves the banners and the winch. So. Yeah. Perfect score. This guy is so fucking annoying because he acts like Mr. Perfect and, oh, I score 100% on all of my tests, etc., etc. But he's literally been buying his grades from a corrupt professor, and we're about to prove it later. Saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage.
Objection!
Yeah. That is where you are wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a 3-story fall. Okay. Hence, the mat dragged by the accused was essential to moving the body. That's not... that is not how it was moved, though. Who's saying that's how the body was moved? Test the fucking thing for blood. I know you're gonna say, oh, the body had already bled out. But if you drop a body from 3 stories high onto a mattress, even if it was killed the day before, there's gonna be a little something that gets on that mattress after 3 stories of a drop. Especially if there's already a freaking hole in the bag of juice. Between the stage and maintenance area. Oh, I think this is where we can actually present evidence. Because there is there's a metal barrier here. How could you be seeing someone dragging something here if there's a metal? Yeah, okay.
Objection!
There we go. I remembered. I started this case yesterday, so it's good. It's good I'm kind of remembering now. You saw the back of the stage from between the stage and maintenance area. Let's take a look at this photo. Taken by Scuttlebutt. Indeed. Do you see the big construction screen to the right of the stage? This thing right here. There are a bunch of those next to my house until a few days ago, too. That's nice, Judge. That's nice. It was so noisy behind there, but I couldn't take a peek. Oh, how it piqued my interest. Okay, my guy. You cannot see past such screens. They are made of metal, Your Honor. How exactly is that screen positioned? Ka-ching, like so. Witness claims to have seen our client behind the stage backdrop. Witness couldn't have possibly seen our client from this point. How you like that? He's also got something going on with his left hand, this guy. He hasn't moved his left arm, and his left hand has been in his pocket for like 2 days. He hasn't moved it at all. It must have slipped my mind. How could it slip your mind if you're reporting what you saw? There are two kinds of memory lapses. The normal kind you mouth breathers have, and the genius level lapses of memory that people like me have. Uh-huh. It's not even a brain fart. When is Juniper from the stage side of the screen? Yeah. See our client. A brain toot. Yeah. Let's be polite. Let's be polite. We have company. Not a brain fart. Brain flatulence, if you will. Uh-huh. Our client would have definitely seen Mr. O'Connor. Bam. Again.
Objection.
Keep it up. Do not let him breathe. Alright, Golden Boy. Is this not your chance? Telling the truth will be like a weight lifted from your chest. Golden Boy here was where he initially stated. Oh.
Objection.
So how could he have seen?
Objection.
Consider how smoke always wants to rise up high. He was smoke? Nothing high enough to see the stage. He was on the crane on this thing? Probably safe to assume it was moved before you found the body. I recall making no such promise. It was you who came blubbering to me about keeping quiet in exchange for information. Oh. Keeping quiet? What about? Perhaps your shitty bot grades? Golden Boy did not go up in that crane fund. He was working part-time as a crane operator within school grounds. He's crane licensed? I object to the prosecutor's last statement. There's no proof I ever operated that crane. You were probably working at the same site the previous day, too. That's him. Yeah, I did think it was him. I just didn't... You know, why is he wearing a red choker? Oh, you can't see him. Hang on. Why is he wearing a red choker? What's up with that? I mean, you know, wear what you like, but... This is ridiculous. That could be you. Defense agrees with the prosecution. Let's bring the facts to light. Okay. One really... The friggin... The red choker. His neck, dude. You're right there. Your neck is almost entirely concealed by his tall collar. Unzip your... It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes, Connor. For the law, for the truth. What's the big deal? Now let's see your neck. Whoa. Me and who, though? Me and who? Guess I have no choice. Is that the friendship fucking symbols that they made? Why is it a fucking kinky choker? I didn't buy it. It's handmade and there's only one like it in the world. Or one irritating lady. Fine, I admit it. I work a part-time construction job. It has nothing to do with our school. No big deal for a guy who in parallel park one-handed. Okay, sure. Test an apprenticeship. Wouldn't you have to be at least 20 to have a license? I mean, you see, I'm a genius, so you know, are you 20?
Objection!
No, please don't. High school seniors are 19 at most, thus they've failed to complete the requirements. That does not apply to you. Was he held back a grade? Actually, Golden Boy here is 25. 7 years. I don't know if that's gonna be relevant, but 7 year is how long of a break Phoenix had to take from the law. 25? Passing off as 19. I'm 26 right now. I don't think I could pass off as 19. A 25-year-old high school student? You think I could pass for 20? I don't think I could pass for 20. Just one thing to say. There are two kinds of 7-year breaks. The yeah, and the ones the geniuses take.
Objection!
Even geniuses make mistakes. If I shaved, true. Although listen, I started shaving at age 12, like my little mustache. So I think by 19, I kind of had most of this already going. Only Hugh could get away with using only like that. Yeah, true. Enough of the jibba jabba. When he saw the accused dragging the mat. The body immediately prior to doing so. I see no need to deliberate the matter further. Says you. I would like to dissuade you. I don't think the mat was used. What was Hugh doing in the crane right before the mock trial? The stage was already set up. Got an amazing idea. Okay, Apollo had an amazing idea. You were using the crane to move the body. The body was just like it was in the script, so it must have been moved like in the script too. That's what the prosecution believes. Simplistic, foolish. Pow! Pow! Although I've been saying this from the start. Go big or go home, Athena. The witness is a licensed crane operator. He's forklift certified, Your Honor. He did it.
Objection!
Well, Golden Boy, chime in. Save the disc does not bode well for you. Wow. Watch this. Yeah, see, he doesn't use his left hand to draw the bow. So, like, what's going on with your left arm? Okay. I can even drive a crane with one hand. That's easy. Yeah, you parallel park one-handed, you said too. Why don't you use both hands? Oh, okay. Oh, finally. You wish. My hand was injured and required surgery. That's the reason I kept my hand in my pocket all this time. Damn. Quite a nasty wound, they say. Okay. It has no relevance to this case. Okay, when did you hurt it? Ergo, on the day of the mock trial, the witness was incapable of moving the body by crane. Okay, so that's not how it went. I wasn't saying... Listen, I chose that because it seemed like the only possible option. My idea is he moved it using this winch, which connects a cable to the outside that goes to right on top of the fucking stage. I don't know if it's visible in these. It's not. It goes from this window all the way to the top of the stage, which is where the banners were hung. Wait, did he say when? The night before. You got injured the night before. That would have been when our client, the main suspect in this case, who we are trying to clear, saw you with bloodied hands, which I do believe then that this is probably how you got injured. But I'm thinking you got injured in the course of whatever happened to the victim. Like, you were there when she was killed, is my thinking. Body was dropped out of a third-floor window to a mat near the maintenance area. Ball cart was used to move it to the stage. Yeah. But they keep saying that. It was she who moved that body. Really? No? She was seen moving... It was she who moved that mat. That is all. Juniper remains the prime suspect if we assume the body was moved per script. You have to figure out how else the body could have been moved. Yeah, the flag that was all bunched up. Hey, we're not doing the verdict yet. Chill out. Chill out. Yeah, that would show the mat had nothing to do with the case. Okay. It's the flag with the blood on it. It could kind of fly. Are they about... Yeah. Dude, I don't like how they do just kind of feed you the answer. That thing. Yeah, see? I don't like how it's... I'm basically just clicking through a story here. To move the body, this is what was used. I'm going to present the school banner with the blood on it.
Take that!
Key here is the thing that ties the art room and the stage together. Tie your lips together. Nah, sir. You are an idiot. The wire on which the school banner was hung. Yeah, the wire was strung between the art room and the stage. Yep. Body could have easily been lowered down to the stage via this wire.
Objection!
God, the music is good. This wasn't some kind of high wire act. Body would have fallen.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. It was bunched up in a banner. Didn't actually think I failed to account for that. When we investigated the stage yesterday... yeah. Bottom card of the school banner had been tied into a pouch-like shape. What do you think this one could have carried? Body was bundled into the pouch-like section of the banner, then sent down the wire. Whee! Body whip down to the stage in a flash, and there'd be no need for a map. Thank you.
Objection!
Okay. Corpse performing that absurd high wire act. Is it? What is wrong with my idea? Bloodstains left on the art room pottery. Yeah, that anyone could have just splattered on there? Via the window above the quad. Indeed. Yes. So, okay, now I know you can do it. You're a smart boy. You're a clever little boy. Who's a clever boy? You're a clever boy. I know you can do it. So why would there be blood on the pottery? Was someone trying to make us think that that window by the pottery was used? Yes, they were. Smart boy. Sorry, he's just such an asshole. So I just don't want to... It must not have been the victim's blood. What? Okay, maybe I got it wrong. Uh-oh. Did you check? No, they did not. Prosecutor Blackwell, everyone makes mistakes. Spare me your cheek. Spare me yours then, motherfucker. You're rude to me all day. Do the analysis, please. Okay, it's back. It's gonna be Hugh O'Connor's. That's how you hurt your hand, isn't it? Comparison with other parties involved reveals belongs to Hugh O'Connor. Is that how you got hurt, my guy? His hands were dripping with blood. Yep. He sustained the wound in a struggle with the victim, and his blood got on the pottery.
Objection!
There's but one way now to turn aside her blade. Do not cast the blame on me. Expose the secret. Oh, he's like, whatever. Odd looking envelope. Oh. Is booby trapped to cut someone who opens it? Was that the envelope that was supposed to have the script on it? Oh. This envelope. You see, Golden Boy had hidden this from us all. If this envelope is not opened correctly, a powerful spring-loaded blade will shoot forth, leaving a horrible gash upon the hand. Yeah. Jesus. But I get that, you know, people can't see the script. This is still a school with minors in it, you know? You can't just booby trap a fucking envelope for the haha of it. You better watch out. Read it without my permission and you'll wish you hadn't. That's what, huh? Yep. Tried to sneak a peek at the wrong script and paid for his foolishness. Yeah. Defense once again asserts that it was moved using the wire. Thank you. What now? Oh, come on, dude. Can you see that glaring contradiction? Okay. Yeah. They did crash into it. They both They both broke. Still don't know how they were broken. If the body was swinging through and went crack crack. Yeah. Yep. You and Mr. Wright went out to the stage after you heard the sound, right? Yep. How very interesting. But may I ask just one question? When was it you heard said sound? A little after the mock trial had started. A little after the mock trial had started. Okay, but my client was also at the mock trial. He says he saw the body. I don't think he saw it. I don't think he saw it. I think he saw it the previous night. Contradicts the very foundation of this case. Well, the foundation of this case is probably wrong. Should we not also treat Golden Boy's testimony with some level of suspicion? Yeah. Your statement about seeing the body before the mock trial is a big fat lie. Okay. When did you see the body? You know, okay. You had best tell the truth and do it now. Your head wishes to enjoy the continued companionship of your body. Damn. Did you truly witness the body? I think he did. He just saw it the previous night. I never saw the body. Wow. There was no body on that stage. I've been lying about that this whole time. I'm sorry. You can't just be, I'm sorry. This is a court of fucking law, dude. You swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, motherfucker. If you are the criminal, then yeah, okay, it makes sense. If you're not, what are you playing at? I think it's probably, I'm still pretty convinced that the actual culprit is this other professor. And that he was made to play along because his grades depend on him. I don't know why he cares that much about grades, but he clearly cares a lot about being seen as a genius, so I could see that being a deal for him. This is an impact on both the defense and the prosecution's case. Well, we know the body was moved using the wire and school banner. Yeah. And in the midst of the mock trial. Okay. We have our 3 suspects, but if the move took place in the midst of the mock trial, it's an entirely different story. None of them could have been actively moving it.
Objection!
You forget about the student in charge of the audio. It was the one soul who could leave and re-enter the lecture hall. Our client was in charge of playing the audio. But why the music? Who's playing like, why is the music choice so important during a mock trial? I say while I groove to the background music, but you know what I mean. Was none other than the accused, Juniper Woods, for she was in charge of the audio. Yepers. It would seem that way, wouldn't it? Instead of exposing Hugh's crime, Junie's in even deeper. No, we're not cooked. We're okay. More like dirty rotten. He is kind of a bad guy. He's just more kind of an asshole. Time to put an end to this farce. Nuh-uh. I've got nothing. Nada. What did she say? Nada? Niente? What's niente? Is that Italian? Portuguese? Oh. Who said that is gonna be the professor? Or him? Stop right there. All ears to me. It's time you heard about the rare genius of Hugh O'Connor. The text is even centered. That's how you know. He's genius. Listen, you'll hear the secret behind my perfect crime. Why are you crying and confessing? Why are you confessing again? Didn't you retract your confession at the end of yesterday? Yeah. The murder, the moving of the body, the cover-up, it all sprung from my brilliant mind. Go ahead, arrest me. The real killer is right before you. The mouth breathers could comprehend my genius. The end justifies the means. Now bow down and kneel. Kneel before my great and maddening intellect.
Objection!
Why he looking like that? It's impossible for you to have been the perpetrator behind this crime. Only a perfect alibi for you were at the mock trial. It is silly I must remind you of this, but you were a participant the entire time. Could have set up some sort of delayed system. Your Honor, I'd like to take this opportunity to offer further testimony. Yeah, it wasn't him. He's falling on his sword here. He's falling on his sword. But I used the body double. That wasn't the real me at the mock trial. Means I didn't almost lose. My body double almost did. Slipped out stealthily while my double took care of the trial. That's your genius move? A body double. Yeah, right. Makes no sense. Your baldness? Summon an ambulance this instant. The witness is stark, raving mad. Yeah, this testimony gets thrown the fuck out. Every day. You people don't believe me? We don't. Funny Farm just called. They want their genius back. The Funny Farm just called. That's where clowns go after your dad accidentally hits them with your car. Pulling out of the driveway. The intellect of a genius transcends even logic. Don't you guys have that weird device for testimony like this? Weird. Okay, let's try widget. Okay. I'm a judge, and it's far beyond mine, yet I find it hard to say no. He's gone. He escaped. Rubbish, we will be out on a stroll, and then left with Detective Fulbright. Okay. Okay. Alright, Miss Sykes, proceed. The prosecution just left. Do we just win? I think we just win by default. Quick, quick. Your Honor, hand down a verdict. Okay. Overwhelming happiness? I used the body double. What is bringing him joy? That wasn't the real me at the mock trial. I didn't almost lose, my body double did. Slipped out stealthily while my double took care of the trial. Had the run of the campus. I'm the killer. Juniper's innocent. What's causing happiness? Juniper not being guilty, I would say. You said you didn't really care about Miss Woods anymore. Yeah. I got it right first time. Maybe I'm getting better at the whole emotion reading part of this game. I don't really care about her. Because she has little secrets and she's... Yeah. She wanted nothing to do with me because I had disappointed her. Yeah. And you somehow feel like that's wrong? I don't care about her anymore. I was never trying to protect her. It was always about one thing and one thing only, the truth. I don't think so. So much so, it overshadowed all of your other emotions. Yeah, the discord you've been trying to suppress. Now, the discord, not the discord. Now, he's 25. She is 18. If y'all have been in school together for, I'm assuming 3 years, this is like a high school? Were you a 22-year-old into a 16-year-old? 'Cause, brother, that's not good. People don't normally feel like you do when you confessed. Hugh's feelings for her, the real deal. We only got it down 10%. Finally figured out the obvious, have we? Oh, you're back. Confession was not but lies, save for the part about being in the mock trial. Not yet. Therapy session is still ongoing. If you think I didn't, then prove it. Okay, let's keep going. I use the body double. Why surprise at your own statement? I guess it's not consistent. I guess it's actually plenty consistent to be surprised at the fact that you used a body double yourself. Okay. I didn't almost lose, my body double did. You don't feel anything about that? You don't feel happiness about... Okay. I had the run of the campus. In short, I'm the killer. Why you... I don't think that would make you sad, to be fair. I mean, I don't think it's unexpected that you would be sad at confessing that you are a killer. He's got this... Juniper is innocent. Why are you sad at Juniper being innocent? Apparently that's not the case either. Okay, I'm gonna press like, why aren't you happy that it wasn't you that didn't lose? Yeah, that was the one. I didn't almost lose, you say? You exhibited happiness the entire time except during this statement. When I left the lecture hall during Professor Mean's pre-trial speech. You were there the moment your body double was about to lose. Okay. Was at the far end of the lecture hall behind the screen. Okay, so here. No, it would see me if I came and went through the doors there. Huh. Faculty seats in the balconies are a different story and have a splendid view. But there's only 2 faculty seats. One faculty was dead. Uh-huh. The door on the right side near the lawyer's bench. And the left balcony seat. But it was empty because the person it belongs to is dead. What piece of evidence? Huh? Empty balcony on the left? Oh yeah, that's Professor Means.
Take that!
Not Professor Court. said the left balcony seat was empty, but was it really? What about this diagram? Professor Means wasn't there. He pre-recorded his speech and left. Plenty of lies, but this part is true, I tell you. There is nobody in the left balcony seat. You gotta believe me. Okay. Repeat it as many times as you'd like. Okay. Okay, let's hear it. Let's keep hearing it. Okay. Second floor was deserted. Why won't you believe me? It's true, I tell you. I believe that. Went out through the back door without anyone noticing. All I had to do was go through the empty audio control. Why are you overwhelmingly sad at going through the empty audio control room? You said something you shouldn't have. Yeah. I have a good idea why you're feeling sad. It wasn't empty. Juniper?
Take that!
That's why you felt so uneasy. If the audio control room really was empty, that would mean Miss Woods was roaming around the campus. You really want to protect her, just tell the truth. Honestly, these people, like, Juniper knows she's not guilty, and her friends should trust her that that is the case, and just tell the whole fucking truth all the time. That way we as lawyers have all the weapons we need to actually prove her not guilty. That's the truth. In this dark age of the law, the truth can be easily twisted to serve anyone's needs. Your only choice is to fight back with lies. Holy crap, dude. You're nothing now that I have lost everything. Prosecutor Blackwell, cut me down if you wish. With you gone, we may swiftly proceed to a verdict. Down. Time for death. He keeps breaking out of the shackles. He breaks them down the middle too, which is crazy. I will limit your suffering with one clean blow. Yeah, not yet. Not come between a samurai and his foe. These fucking people, man. Why is it always the clown show around me? Very well, Golden Boy may live for now. He doesn't want to get electrocuted. She values the friendship between the three of you more than anything. She doesn't feel anything for me now. But does it matter anymore? I might as well tell you everything. This is no doubt news to you, but I am not and never was a genius. Yeah, we know that. Me too. And don't forget me, though in all fairness, it was pretty obvious. The stuff he said was crazy. The audience thought he was a genius? I don't know why it happens, but my internet just kind of decides to dip in and out. Starting at around 7 p.m. I don't get it. It all started several days ago. I accidentally learned my parents have been paying good money for my grades. So you didn't even know it. All of my perfect scores were the product of cold hard cash, not genius. Why? If your parents have 120 grand to be thrown around to give you perfect scores, why are you working part-time as a crane operator? Juniper overheard, and she told the professor. Been living a lie. I don't know what else there is to say. He thought he was a genius. He's like Eustace Winter, dude. They're reusing, and by reusing I mean Eustace Winter's technically came second. A perfect 0. Dang. Dang, dude. That's rough, buddy. Still wanted to make it up to Juniper for disappointing her like that. I wanted to clear her name by pinning the blame on me. She probably hates me now, so it'd be a relief for her to see me locked away. Jesus. You were the ones who told me to tell the truth yesterday. Yes. If I did, it would help her. Okay. Friendship between the three of them is still rock solid. Ish. Everyone's so full of lies. As long as our friendship lasts, you bet we'll be carrying them around. Yeah. The neck thing. Well, for him, it's the neck thing. I don't know if the other ones are also around the neck, or what kind of proof they have. That band around your neck, that's your proof of friendship, isn't it? Evidence is everything. That's why the three friends created friendship bands. The evidence that proves their friendship. Yeah. That's why Mr. O'Connor's hands always goes to his neck when he's pressured. Doesn't matter if I wear it if those two. No, I think they wear it too, probably. Where they're easy to touch, right? On the arm. Juniper holds her wrist. Would never abandon her friendship with you over something like this. Yeah. Will only succeed in making her terribly sad. Okay, cool. Can we move on to you telling the truth though now?
Oh. Robin, those bands of friendship that you made, just for the three of us. You may have forgotten about them, but not me.
Hugh!
Ah.
Hey, Hugh!
The fuck is this supposed to be, dude?
And to think, I should have known better than to doubt my best friends.
You're in love with Juniper, you asshole. You ready? Okay. I mean, I guess maybe you can't help it. You know, being in love with someone is a hard thing to deny or live with, sure. But you're about to ruin everything in the friend group by asking her out. Some of those things you gotta keep the genie in the bottle in those kind of situations, especially if you're 25 and she's 18 and you knew her since you were 22 and she was 16. I'm betting you caught those feelings before her last birthday. I'm gonna say that much. I didn't move the body. I didn't even see it. It may look like I'm speed reading. Zen and the art of mastering the bar exam, but I haven't read a single word. Huh. So what the fuck were you gonna do for the bar exam? Because I'm assuming that's administered by the state, not the school. You can always trust me, yeah. Yes. You're going down for perjury for sure. For sure. There was but one suspect who lacked an alibi. No? Two, in fact. He testified the seat where the professor was meant to be seating was not open. Or was not busy, sorry.
Objection!
Not yet. What if our client wasn't the only one without an alibi? Yep. It may have seemed like a major roundabout. Literally fucking 45 minutes into yesterday's stream, I was like, this motherfucker did it. Cracked this case, yeah. Zero noise. Bye-bye. It's so cute.
Take that!
Balcony seat was empty. That much is true, isn't it? That's right, yes. Basically, Professor Means wasn't where he was supposed to be during the mock trial.
Silence.
Objection!
Yeah, over an audio system. It was pre-recorded. That's the only way the speech could have been delivered from an empty balcony seat. But was Juniper involved in doing that? Because she went to the audio room right at the start. I mean, he's the one who gave me the tape recorder with the falsified evidence. So he planted falsified evidence to you. No, they're not unsubstantiated. The voice shouting, "You're a goner," as recorded on this tape, was dubbed onto it using a line our client said in the mock trial video. Professor Means has guilt written all over him. Yep.
Silence.
What? Why are you mad about? Inmate who was formerly a surgeon once told me something. It's often all too easy to overlook critical symptoms.
Objection!
No. The speech was pre-recorded. The basis for suspecting our client would be shattered. Ask him, yeah. Why are you so against calling a witness? While a surgeon overlooking critical symptoms is a problem, a witness's oversight, too, must not be overlooked. Ask the professor. Thank you, Judge. He takes his job seriously, this judge. He's a good egg. In this dark age of the law. God. There he is. The creep in charge. The CEO of looking like a creepo. Look at the tiny glasses on him. They're just like a PNG tacked onto the model, man. Have you seen this? They're just like a little image slapped on. I don't like the way he kind of, you know, he kind of. I teach the lawyer course at Themis Legal Academy, and let me add that while I welcome any opportunity to assist with the trial, I don't care for this undue suspicion. Yeah, we just need to take another look at that speech you gave. Yeah, look at that fucking creepo smile. Attack on Titan ass smile. Alright. Evidence that it was pre-recorded. Can we hear someone else in the background? I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today. The crown jewel event of the school festival will begin shortly. Oh, I wonder if he's going to make some sort of reference to Phoenix being around, because Phoenix gave up his spot last minute to Apollo. I too could hardly wait for this day to come. Yeah, long and boring. Okay. Our adult keeps going. Wake up. Pay attention. I'm awake too. Wide awake. See? Everyone's fallen for. No, he's asleep and unashamed. Our pure white Lady Justice will be watching over all of you today. Pure white Lady Justice? Oh, because it broke and was replaced. It broke and was replaced with a golden version. You have subjected me to this epic study and tedium without purpose. No, there's purpose. I know exactly what we're doing. I did.
Hold it!
That statue's not white.
Take that!
Professor said the pure white Lady Justice would be watching over them, but the Lady Justice in the video isn't even close to being white. It's golden. It was made of gold, Your Honor. It's true, this statue is pure white. It broke before the mock trial began, and it was replaced. This golden statue sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the white one. Yeah. So, big man.
Objection!
Statue was in the middle of the room. How could you not know what it looked like? The statue had previously been white. Started here and ended here. Junie. Did you figure out how long it was? There's a timestamp, 10 and... yeah, you can't see it because of the camera. But it starts at... oh, actually, you can just about see the minutes, which is fine. Yeah. 10 minutes, 35 seconds. 10 minutes, 35 seconds. Listed in the evidence somewhere? "10 minutes, 35 seconds of noise requiring further testing." Oh. He reused the tape? How cheap are you, dude?
Take that!
Use a different tape for your murder plan and your cover-up plan. Voice print analysis that proves the voice in the tape recorder belongs to our client. It was, yes. The noise believes it resulted when the tape's previous recording was erased. The length of the noise is what's important. 10 minutes and 35 seconds. The exact duration of the speech. Yeah. To 20:35. 10 minutes, 35 seconds. Indeed. Yep. The exact same amount of time. You all understand what it means. This man is fucking cheap as hell.
Silence.
Objection!
Is it really just numbers? It's going to take a bit longer to recover the audio that was erased. We're waiting for it to be recovered. She's mad. She's big mad. Wow. was trying to create an alibi with the recording by pinning the crime on Junie. Yeah. He's not gonna get away with it. Not on my watch. Uh-huh. Oh? Are you upset? Even if Juniper were the perpetrator, I would vigorously defend her as per my word. To that purpose, I offered to be her lawyer. Alas, look what's happened. Yeah. Truth be told, I had no intention of testifying. I'd been keeping quiet for Juniper's sake. The truth. Yeah. Why I had to pre-record my speech before the mock trial. So now you're saying it was pre-recorded. Okay. Why were you saying it wasn't earlier? Always say what I mean, and I mean what I say by all means. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. I don't like him. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Defendant came to me with what she said was very important and by necessity secret. Pre-record my speech and come to the audio room during the mock trial. Confess to the murder and ask that I get her declared innocent in court. She also said I'd become an accomplice after losing my alibi due to the pre-recording. I meant it because it's the humane thing to do. Okay, this is gonna be some bracelet bullshit, isn't it? Juniper has truly taken to heart my teaching that states the end justifies the means. Defender, she said I must also prove her two friends innocent. All three were to achieve their dream. Well, that is why I vowed to vigorously defend her despite her threatening me. Okay. Now, in the defense of justice, order and all that is good, the end... Oh, defense of justice, order, and all that is good. There's no comma here, I guess. The end justifies the means. No, it doesn't. Forsake the truth if it's victory you seek. Steel yourself for this new courtroom reality. Nuh-uh. It's up to me to fight it. Yeah, right. This is a court of law. It's no place for long-winded talks about idealistic principles. I'm going to let the evidence do the talking. It will not do to have you attempting to discredit my doctrine. Okay, this is kind of actually very interesting, because this is a globe of the real world. You see it stops here, that's the US. As it cycles through, it is actually like our world. Because that's interesting, because so far we know this world has a Japan and a United States. But it also has a Borgonia, and it has Zhengfa, the Chinese coded country. It has other countries that do not exist in the real world, as far as I know. Pretty sure they don't. So, what's the deal with that? Do not force me to rectify this situation. Only if I lose and you win. Exactly. You're gonna get slapped pink up and down this courtroom, boy. Yeah. Pre-record my speech and come to the audio room during the mock trial.
Hold it!
Every reason to be surprised. I, too, was shocked when she told me that. Do we know when the statue was broken? The day before the mock trial. Professor Court had remade it, so it was already broken before she died. So you wouldn't have made the mistake. Because it would have already been, yeah.
Hold it!
It's now you to whom she has passed the demands on to. I'm not being used. I'm being employed by Juniper. Very different things, Your Honor. Your Honor? Fucking means. Fucking meanie, more like. She's a fervent follower of my teachings. It is. Oh, it is fully dark out. I don't know why I thought it was still light out. Your Honor? This testimony is nothing but an attack on our client's character. That is true. Nevertheless, oh, you mad? Are you mad? In fact, she threatened me as immutable. What, Apollo, your bracelet doesn't pop in when they do these lies?
Hold it!
As a teacher, it's your duty to discipline students. Suppose it was just wishful thinking on my part. I wanted to believe that Juniper hadn't actually committed murder. Okay. You must see the true meaning in my words. I'm merely staying true to what I teach. My methods are but a reflection of the times. It's only been this way for 7 plus 310, and it was halfway through Phoenix's law school that it switched into this type of trial system, because he said so during the original trilogy. So it's only been this way for at least 11 years, at most 14. Because we know he was an art student when he was 20, which is the first case in Game 3. This man is how old? 45. So he was 30. Let's give it an even 30. He was 30 at most when this change was enacted into the dark age of the law. Why? It can't be that long, because Athena's only 18. And she was a child of maybe 6 years old at most, I want to say. At least, sorry. 6 years old at least, when she had to testify in the case against Blackwell, which is the one that apparently started this Age of Darkness. So I'm going fucking, like, you know, conspiracy theory wall with a yarn right now. So let's say it's been, what, 12 years? Give it 12 years at most since it's been this way. So this guy was actually 33 at most. Or at least when this change was enacted. Which means he was probably practicing law for about 14, 15 years, the way this world works, where you start practicing law at like 18. And he just adapted to the times that quickly. He didn't hold on to, you know, the way of doing things. When he tries to avoid logical inconsistencies, the more likely we'll see inconsistencies between his actions and words.
Hold it!
Yeah, fucking right. He'll say anything to pin the blame on Junie. Yeah. I have nothing but admiration for how Juniper was willing to go as far as threatening me. That is why I'm protecting her by any means possible. She has been a model student. Not by any means possible. So isn't it about time you admitted defeat? If my unassailable logic is not truth, then what is? It is kind of fun that they made him into a philosopher like that, because it does give him that extra layer of what I think is reality. Rather than reality being reality, we make the reality in our heads type of inane drivel, you know? Gonna find a hole in his story if it's the last thing I do. His actual actions. Yeah, used Hugh to pass it on to the police. Okay, yeah. So there we go. You gave him the tape. You didn't want to protect her.
Objection!
You gave him the tape. That's nothing more than a bald-faced lie. No offense, Your Honor. Uh-huh. Miss Sykes will clarify her statement, but leave my hair follicles out of it this time. Okay. What, the other guy can call you your baldness all the time? The witness gave this tape to Mr. O'Connor, then he slightly whispered, "Take this to the police and tell them you found it." I simply did that out of kindness. This tape severely implicates the person you're saying you're trying to defend. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but not yours. You never had good intentions, only lies to protect yourself while blaming another. You are the embodiment of the dark age of the law. You are not the cure, you are the symptom. Why, you dare call my teachings and methods lies? Oh. Themis Legal Academy is a proud institution. It's the most powerful in the world. You'll never forget what true education and lawyering means once I'm through with you. Quiet. No talking in class. Dude, that shock. Homeroom, October 26th. Eyes and ears up here, everyone. Homeroom is now in session. Okay. We'll begin with roll call. Athena Sykes. Here? Yeah. Apollo Justice. I'm fine. I mean, I'm here. Proper response is here without any extraneous information. Damn. He means what he says. He means more like meanie, more like mean guy. Said Simon Black Quill, are you here or not? He is not fucking... I'll just mark you as absent. Now, get out of my class this instant. This is your wish. Who am I to defy my homeroom teacher? Off he goes. Bye-bye. He is free of his shackles. Nah, he's not going nowhere. Just so happens I was a member of my high school's disciplinary committee. Is that really so shocking? He's a little sly. What a malleable mutt you are, Fulbright. Very good, Bobby. You just earned a gold star and a promotion to head disciplinarian. All right. Class is now in session. Uh-huh. Juniper is the killer. I am innocent. I am not the killer. Juniper is. This will be on the next test, so you'd better be listening.
Objection!
You were the only one who could have moved the body during the mock trial. Why the mohawk, though? I was not at school. You disappoint me so, to think you would label me a murderer. Now pay attention. The murder occurred on the 23rd between 6 and 8 p.m. I was already at home by that time. How could I have been involved in this crime?
Objection!
Can you have someone that will prove that? Can you prove that I was still at school? That's not how it works. You admit it. Well, you just earned extra credit for your honesty. You have also earned yourself lavatory cleaning duties until you graduate. I've graduated already. I do enough of that at the office. Yeah, that's true. No way, man. I totally object. Hell yeah, Robin. Can't believe I fell for the Professor silver-tongued lies. How dare you talk about your teacher like that? I'm listening to you anymore, man. No way, no how. I have a confession to make. I didn't make them all by myself. The Professor helped you. Last bell rang before I had time for the other one. I asked Professor Means to make it for me. So he was there. It would have been way past 7 p.m. before you could have finished. How about that? Professor told me I'll take care of it. My parents would let me be an artist if I said I'd made both statues myself. People lie about the most insane shit. I thought my parents were gonna let me be an artist if I perjured myself in court when my friend is on trial for murder? Do you hear yourself? Simon, you're head honcho among the delinquents. Do something. Yeah. If you want a class in swordsmanship, I'm your man. Only real blades will do. Where's the school nurse when you need one? This guy's gone completely off the deep end. Why are all the witnesses and suspects so fucking wacky as you get along? They make them more and more caricatures as the games go on. I will just have to prove my innocence myself. Real lesson begins on second period. Prepare to be served old school style. Okay. You know, I'm kind of glad I didn't do it yesterday because I would have gone for like 7 hours. Pay attention. Robin took over half a day to complete one statue. Finished most of the other statue between 7 and 8:30. Juniper saw the two statues with her own eyes at 8:30 p.m. Completing a statue quickly meant I could not leave the stage for a single second. How could I have possibly had the time to go to the art room and commit murder? Our defense team was there and heard her say it too. No, both statues were finished, but they were covered. And this statue was found broken at the scene. So it was this statue that was covered, not the actual one. But they were covered. How hard would it be to complete a statue like that in 1.5 hours? It would probably take me at least twice as long. Personally, I think it would be incredibly difficult to finish in that short of time. Okay, okay. He won't get off that easy. He's about to stumble over his own slippery means. Yeah. Cross-examination. Okay. She saw them covered by a sheet.
Silence.
No, she saw them. Literally, she saw them covered by a sheet. My fucking god, these people exasperate me. They keep making leaps in logic that you can't make when you are being a lawyer. It's the same as like doing mathematical proofs. Not that I do any of those, but I've watched some YouTube videos about it. Okay, so I'm basically an expert. Listen to me. You can't go from A to C without first stopping at B. You can't say she saw something covered in cloth. You need to then prove statues were under that cloth, and then you can go to C, she saw the statues, right? You can't go straight to C without first proving B. That's not how it works. This will be your final resting place along with all who believed in you. There is a way. And I could not leave this stage for a single second. Can I just present this here?
Objection!
Apparently not. Apparently not. Fucking what? Okay. Just press him, apparently. Okay.
Hold it!
What a wonderful question. She was having quite a tough time, you see. Prosecutor Gavin's statue alone took her from the morning hours into the evening. Okay. Don't be silly. It merely exposes the difference between student and teacher. What, does everyone know how to sculpt shit at this school? Is that also part of the curriculum?
Hold it!
Ron created the basic outline of Mr. Wright's statue before the last bell rang. I completed the rest of it. Insolent little... I feel like if you were playing this on the 3DS, the chalk flying at you might be really cool, actually. Which is, I mastered the basics a long, long time ago. Okay, apparently. Do you understand? I did not leave that stage until I was done. And not on your life. I know there's more to this, and I won't stop until the truth comes out. I've already pressed this.
Hold it!
Okay. The legal world, your body is your capital. The early bird gets the worm. Get to bed at 9 p.m. each and every night. That's why I was working as fast as I could. Didn't want to miss my bedtime. Where did the crack over his eye appear? That wasn't there before. This guy for real made of stone? Not on your life, but I feel like I might need to actually accept it.
Hold it!
I might need to accept it. I didn't even have 10 minutes to spare, not even 5 for a visit to the laboratory. Do you find anything wrong with my claim? Okay, fucking... I'm gonna press him, and then I guess be like it's fine. Let him go. Apparently not this statement.
Hold it!
Okay, this statement. Brrr. And then be like, it's fine, you never left. Even though... Fucking, I have the evidence. They're just not letting me present it. Yeah, okay, whatever. I can hear you. Say it louder this time. I concede Professor Means never left the stage. I was there at the stage the entire time. I couldn't possibly have committed that crime.
Objection!
No. Oh, okay. Legal smoke and mirrors. Nah. Smile. Your Viga smile? Oh, never mind. Are we going Mind Palace now? How he could commit murder without going there. Hear one word of your usual jibber jabber, I shall have your head. Okay. How do you propose to fill the vast gap between these two key facts? The only other answer... We got something else wrong. The crime scene. It wasn't... The crime scene was the stage. Or was it the murder weapon? Was it bow and arrow, in fact? The original weapon was bow and arrow, and then... Fucking... They... I don't think... Okay, so it's crime scene then. I thought that was actually cooler. He shot her through the window. Fucking, how cool is that? Okay, crime scene, yeah. then he must be the killer. The fence has become utterly incoherent.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. The murder wasn't committed where we thought it was. The murder was actually committed on stage.
Take that!
The murder occurred on the stage. That means the body was never moved at all. Silly girl, when the body was found, there wasn't a drop of blood on the stage floor. I mean, I love / hate the way that he is one of those teachers that doesn't allow questions, just fucking tells you shit and is like, this is how it is. He just writes facts on the blackboard, never questions, you know? Yeah, the banner.
Take that!
There was something on stage that did have a blood stain. The school banner. This were under the victim when she was killed.
Silence.
Cause of death was loss of blood. Only a trace amount was found upon the banner. Makes more sense than not. Yeah, okay. Write you the ultimate in recommendation letter, so you're all but guaranteed to get it.
Objection!
He's a fucking grown man, dude. The soaked up most of the blood. The Gavinners banner.
Take that!
It's on top of the school banner. The blood would have hit it first. Could have easily absorbed most of the blood like a dishcloth. Only a small amount would have soaked through. At least towel quality. Mayhaps. Don't just stand there. Do something.
Silence.
No, I think she's right. How will you respond when I come slashing at you like this? Well, would there be blood there if the murder occurred on stage, as you claim? Something was a piece of evidence we've just finished discussing. The Gavinners freaking thing, right? Just bring the blood up.
Take that!
Just dump. It's only garbage because someone tried to destroy it by tossing it in the incinerator. Killer used the wire to bring the blood-soaked Gavinner's banner to the art room. Then the blood was wiped onto the floor to complete the ruse. Yeah, leave traces of a bloodstain. Sort of, instead of wiping away a bloodstain, wiping in a bloodstain. That's kind of cool. Body must have been moved. How else do you explain that loud crash you heard during the mock trial? It was the statue. It was the statue. Something was carried along the wire. Yeah, it was the statue.
Take that!
Yep, that statue. The unique statue you see on the right is the pure white Lady Justice from earlier. Accidentally broke it while she was polishing it the day before the mock trial. So she put it back together in a funky little way.
Silence.
Why, pray tell, would anyone move that scrap heap relic in such a tedious manner? To create the impression the body was moved. During that time, Professor Means was fabricating an alibi with his pre-recorded speech. It was moved in order to point us to the body, right? He wanted to make it look like he couldn't possibly have moved the body. His way of pointing us to the body and cementing his alibi. Yeah. How do you like that? What? This trial is taking a while. We're about to hit 2 hours flat. Professor Means always means what he says and says what he means by all means. Say it already then. What's going on? Murder occurred the night before, but the body wasn't found until late the next day. Countless students passed the stage till they met in the lecture hall for the mock trial. The body would be found. Not if it was where the Phoenix statue should be, like sort of propped on top of there, covered by a cloth. Body would inevitably have been discovered. There was nowhere to hide a body upon that stage. No, there is. Her hands were tied. Not because she was tied before death, but after death to... Yeah, but after death to freaking... You know? Keep her in place. She must seriously regret having asked you to defend her. You nearly had Hugh convicted for murder. You haven't forgotten that little fiasco. No, I haven't. I just go where the evidence takes me. Why is there a little slash on top of the G? You have no right to call yourself a lawyer. That's not true. You have no right to call yourself a lawyer. You killed a guy. And they're trying to cover it up. I'm not gonna lose everything I've worked so hard to gain. Don't even worry about it. Tell me I failed once again. Worked so hard to become... Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. Breathe in. Breathe out. Holy shit. They're... Oh, and widget is off. Holy fuck. That's a little dark. They're gonna... This is really just trying to tie us into the next case, which I'm sure is gonna deal with the Simon Blackwell trial. Not working. Everything's going dark. For all I've done. Is this how it ends? Juniper snapping out of it. Who objected? Oh. You leave Athena alone, man. She's the one who saved me. It was because of Athena that I could stop hiding and start living my life as a girl again. She saved the friendship between Hugh, Juniper, and I. Think you're an awesome lawyer, Athena. One of the best. That's not all. I've done some seriously... Have you? They're each gonna be like, oh, what's the big deal? False charges are nothing to be scared of. I'm not even mad at you. Should really be thanking you. You used legitimate means to expose my wrongdoings and give me a chance to re-examine what's important. The whole reason I've come so far is... Hey. It's not over yet, Athena. It's not over yet. We're not on ice yet. Jesus. I do not like this animation on Athena, dude. I really don't like this. I don't like to see my girl suffer like that. I know you better than most people, Athena. I know you'd never surrender to the dark age of the law like the professor did. I feel like I can barely breathe. I don't know what to do. Can we do a little therapy on me? Apollo, take Widget. You look an utter fool. He's gonna help in his weird way. There is one who awaits you, is there not? Him. himself. Of course I know him, his me. And that is the reason you have studied so very hard. Are you prepared to give up on all you have worked for thus far? It would not do to have you disappoint you know who. You're wasting your time. You have nothing on me. No evidence or anything else to establish my guilt. You are helpless before the might of lawyers for whom the ends justify the means. Nuh-uh. Truth will always win against people like him. All you have to do is take a deep breath and look back over the entire case. Worst of times are where lawyers are forced their biggest smiles. Come on. Come on. Come on, Athena. Raise your hands. Give her power. Give her power. Ah. She's back, and she's pissed off. Ready to rock. Prepare for your utter defeat. Mind Palace time. Professor Court wasn't killed in the art room. She was killed right where her body was found. I know, right? So, it's so Apollo-centric. Oh my god. We know because there wasn't any time to move the body there from somewhere else. The body had to have been hidden somewhere on stage. When did Professor Means remove the body from its hiding place? Yeah. Move the body to where it would be more easily spotted. During the mock trial. Yeah. It was during the mock trial, specifically during the speech. Or I guess specifically while... No, during the speech, right? Yeah. Move the body to an easily seen location during his long pre-recorded speech. Specifically, the white statue. Wrap the White Lady Justice in the school banner. Send it zipping down to stage with a crash, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Made it look like the murder occurred in the art room. Could she have been dangling behind the banner? That's a little crazy, but hear me out. Her wrists were tied. What if she was like, you know, like hanging like this, something tying her hands on top of the thing, and she was just kind of hanging there. And then he could have just cut it, or maybe the statue coming by would have cut her down. There had to be some place. Yeah, the statues. Okay, it was the statues. Okay, so it's the first thing I said, not the second thing I said. Cool. The capable of concealing a body. The right statue. Brain power. It's wrapped under some cloth to hide what was really inside. Disguised this Phoenix Wright statue. Miss Newman gave up on the right statue. Yet Professor Means finished it in a single night.
Objection!
I don't know that he did. It's because it was only a facade to hide his real work. The murder of Professor Court. He hid the body by making it look like the statue of Mr. Wright. Exactly. This is getting preposterous. How would such a thing even be possible?
Objection!
And to return me into reasonable likeness of Mr. Wright. Okay. I want you to wrap me up in a cloth so I look like the statue. Trucy panties? Go. Given how sudden the request was, it's kind of the best I could do. Alright, that about does it. Okay. Do I look just like a statue of Mr. Right or what? They were busts, yeah. Statue's head is way bigger than your average person's anyway. The hands were tied, yeah. Maybe he is. Maybe this is awakening something in our boy Apollo. What? No, besides it was your idea. Tell me how you tie your hands already. Yeah, I can't help but think that's related. And not in an objection pose. With the hands behind your head. I think. Like so. The arrow?
Take that!
No! Go get some duct tape. Wrap it up. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck are we doing in the middle of this trial? Fatal arrow to the side. Spiky hair created from 2 hands. Masterpiece in the making. Now, cover me with that cloth. Arms too short. Shh, remember your indoor voice. After all she's put me through, she owes me an explanation, and one that makes sense. Was murdered when she stopped by the stage to see Professor Means. He must have used something close at hand in his little ruse. Staff? The staff, right?
Take that!
There's no such thing in this photo. The staff you have right there. This is the spear of a great legal warrior. Just candid here. Okay. Jesus.
Objection!
It's Phoenix Wright. Look, it's that famous lawyer. Wow, that easy, huh? I'd know that pose anywhere. That's what did it. She's gone crazy. Can you breathe in there? Well, am I not the spitting image of the legendary Phoenix Wright? The man who will bring us out of these dark ages and into an era of brilliant golden light. It's the pink specter of a man. That's just because Mr. Wright likes his statue. He's positively tickled pink. Got it, Apollo? He's tickled pink. Yeah, pink slip. Oof, oof. Gallery's quite impressed with the defense's sharp thinking. What do you think? Nothing more than a coincidence.
Objection!
Prove my theory to be far more than mere coincidence. Test the spear for blood, right? Came from the arrow being forcibly shoved in. But if the wound was from the spear instead, should be able to detect traces of the victim's blood on it. Brief recess, if you will. Yeah, what if I get rid of... Wait, what if I burn it? Huh? You're thinking out loud now? What's wrong with a non-guilty verdict? If I do that, I'll be found innocent. Yes, I'm innocent, I'll tell you. You thinking out loud, motherfucker? I ask you in the gallery. Help me decide the professor's fate. Okay. My guy. He's writing guilty. Governors? He smiled so hard his teeth broke. Blood was detected on his staff. He has admitted to this heinous crime. All of it. So then, was it laid out like the script by coincidence? Because I thought he didn't really have access to the script. His teaching skills can we put to good use there? He's a terrible fucking guy, yeah. Barely make out a word he said on account of his shattered teeth. Yeah, he was the one taking bribes. Led her to question him at length the day of the killing, right there on that stage. Heinous crime that was brought before this court. Oh, by the victim's note, okay. Make the killing look like the one in the script and thus frame the defendant. Jesus. Yeah, upon all students graduating at the top of their class, so he had one too. Constance court was clean and only Aristotle Means took the bribes, yeah. Can only hope that a brighter future awaits. This is not the dark age of the law. This is a psychopath. This is one guy that is a psycho, okay? Sure, the legal system is not great. But you can't just brush that under the rug under like, well, it's sort of what people do in this fucked up dark age of the law. We're a little fucked up around here. A little Mad Maxian, if you will. A little quirked, fucked up, post-apocalyptic, if you will. We don't play by normal rules around here. We're a little different. Nah, dude. Hell yeah. My incredibly rancid dance moves. We will need young people like you if we ever hope to restore the law to its former glory. We'll be able to work with all of you to make a difference. Okay. Court is adjourned. Now, there's still a case we gotta go through. It was nothing, really. Take the biggest tangled mess of a case and unravel it just like that. Like that. Pretty hungry for a knuckle sandwich, Buster. Wow. Don't mention it. Well, you were always there for Thena when she was in a bind. And putting Thena in a bind when she needed you to. At the detention center where your smile gave me hope when there was none. Oh, this is where she falls in love, huh? Aww. It was like the warm rays of the sun shining down on peaceful woodlands. I think you're an absolutely amazing person. That means a lot. Still have lots of work to do. I can't wait until we see you on the judge's bench. Promise you I'll get there someday. Oh? I've got some big news. I mean, this is huge. Oh. So what's the news? It was supposed to have been canceled, but... Okay. The festival is being extended one extra day until tomorrow. Uh-oh. Governors. She dressed like La Miroir.
We've got a special treat for all of you. A love letter for Themis Legal Academy. Achtung, baby. It's time for the Guitar Serenade.
We don't get to hear it. They didn't have the budget to make her sing. That was so much fun. School festivals are amazing. I think you and Robin are getting a little carried away. Nah. I can melt my H-E-A-R-T. Thank you for that training seminar. Just remember, the objection pose is all about attitude. Congrats on your mock trial win, although Robin had you for a while. They did a different trial, or what? You know what? I think I'll stick with becoming a prosecutor after all. Gonna make up for my mock trial loss by winning the real deals in court. Yeah, is he gonna confess? There's something I've been wanting to say to you. Oh boy. Juniper? Can we still be friends? You know, best friends like we've always been? Whew. Huh? Weren't you gonna profess your love for Juniper? Huh, I was gonna confess that I'm not a genius, and I'm really 25 years old. You already dragged it out of me during the trial. Miriam is around. What's up? I've been thinking. It's up to us to put an end to the Dark Age of the Law if we can. Nah, don't worry. Phoenix has got it. By the time you start going in, it's gonna be fixed. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, a courtroom's gonna blow up in about 2 months, I think. The end never justifies the means. I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright. BFFs. Nothing beats true friendship. What about your BFF that you can feel if he's in trouble across time and space, apparently? Aren't you a bit old to be using that word? But yeah, he's the best friend a guy could have. A dog? New girl in the office? Ooh. Well, if I had to describe it in one word... that promise was never meant to be fulfilled. It's a Mia situation. And the bonds between us began to fray and unravel as well. Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence. Yeah, that's how case 1 ended. Those words continue to ring in my ears. The discord in our ever-cheerful Apollo's voice made him sound so cold and distant. Why, Apollo? Why? Why would you leave us all behind? There it is. The end.